very interesting moment for music, I think, for electronic music. Social media is accelerating the trend process. Like the perception of the music is now very short. So there is always something new coming up, not necessarily better quality, but for sure, who's managing really well social media, he gets some results right now, which is kind of sad because I think the music should speak for itself. We use a lot of different things to make the label interesting, like the cover design. Every cover is designed by an illustration artist, not like just graphic design. Every cover is different and has a different feeling. In 2010, when we started, we tried to react over the static moment of like minimal techno at that time. The growth of the label was so fast that I think that we have a new challenge now, that we don't want to be the ones that get pigeonholed into their own sound, started copying themselves. So my idea is to bring always something new and fresh on the table, surprising. Sometimes disappointing, but for sure with time, people would understand. Life and Dead is gonna put out is like a collection made by dance floor artists of tracks without beat. I call it displaced soundtracks because it kind of like, if you take out the beat from an electronic track, it has these repetitive themes that remind of like soundtracks. They're evolving, but it's the same theme in a way. And this is how soundtracks are. And this is actually what happens in electronic music a lot. There's not a lot of chord changes. It's pretty flat. It's actually repetitive. Once I was watching Ben UFO playing, and he played like 4 tracks without a beat. The reaction of the people was incredible. And when he dropped the beat, when like the first beat he dropped, that beat meant so much to the people that had a super powerful effect. Well, the technology evolution is helping the quality to be leveled out, which means not necessarily is a good thing. I mean, the quality can be high, but can be all the same. So at the end of the day, it's difficult to find something special. And I've seen that always the things that make the difference is when somebody is doing something different, completely different. Either it's just sonically speaking, or on the composition, or on the approach, or the attitude, or something. This always makes the difference. The point is this: there are labels that only look for certain specific music, and there are labels that want to try to look further and to reinvent themselves all the time. What I'm saying to most of the people who are sending me music, don't try to copy this or that artist, because it's not gonna work. There is already this or that artist, and there is already 1 million copies of this or that artist. You really want to be one of the million, you do something different. Even if you have like small setup at home, like a tape deck, Ableton Live, and a couple of pedals and a little mini synthesizer. I heard amazing things coming out from really small setups. You don't need like an amazing studio with summing, whatever. I mean, it's not necessary. I think making music is about making things spontaneously without thinking too much. The best music and the best performers never thought too much when they were doing what they were doing. And this is always important. You don't have to focus in the product, in the final product. You have to focus in the process and experience always when you make music, art in general.